It's Christian Declare here.
And Killer Whip, the Watcher of Gotham.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk to you about Assassin's Creed Unity.
Amazing franchise. Love it.
Alright, so let's talk about first what's going to be different and hopefully a lot better from the last two titles we've seen. Obviously, Black Flag did a lot better than Assassin's Creed 3, which was my.
He wouldn't know because he stopped playing Assassin's Creed after Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, but
I still had hope.
I had lost hope. I played Assassin's Creed 3 and I was like, the biggest disappointment in my life. But anyways, moving on to Assassin's Creed Unity. Let's stay on topic here. Let's start up, first of all, with the biggest change over here, which is, don't put my notes away. Don't, he's moving my notes. They're not. These are my notes, guys.
Alright.
The co-op. Let's start with co-op.
Alright, co-op. Honestly, I've been waiting for the co-op for a while. I've wanted it so bad.
Now, the biggest thing here is Assassin's Creed, the last couple titles, obviously they made their main game basically about multiplayer. I mean, it has, since Brotherhood there was huge multiplayer base. A lot of people played Assassin's Creed multiplayer, but since it seems like they've removed that and instead replaced it with co-op, with the kind of style that Watch Dogs co-op work with, where certain missions, people would randomly come into your game. Now, I think
Watch Dogs didn't have co-op. That was just multiplayer matchmaking.
Here he goes correcting me again. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I feel like this will work really good Assassin's Creed, especially with the whole Brotherhood angle, where you got your whole group of assassins. So this will make it seem like there's actually other assassins in there and immerse you deep in there, Brotherhood.
Now, along with the co-op comes deeper customization. I love it. I love how it.
Come on.
Shut up. This is where it gets more. It has little features from Watch Dogs, like the fact that during their co-op missions you will be Arno, which, if you don't know already, is the main character that you're playing as, and the other three players in your co-op missions will be just random assassins, but you will be able to customize the way your Arno looks with better gear, better weapons, abilities. You can all sorts of things. More like, depending on what kind of gear you put on, you'll have whether you have more health. If the equipment you have on is heavier, you'll be more agile, more stealthy.
All right,
with
to
lighter
speed it
equipment.
up, basically the biggest thing about this that we love is the fact that depending on the gear that you have, your stats change. So it really immerses you in the fact that the way your Arno is built is really the way you want to fight, and
Exactly.
that is the driving point of this co-op and of the game itself. Because it seems you want to become more stealthier, you change the kind of hood you wear. You want to become quicker, you change the kind of gear you wear. You want to just go straight on ham and go Rambo everybody. So guess what? We're a freaking chest piece or whatever, metal. You're heavy, but guess what? You can take hits for days.
It's good.
The other thing that intrigued me about the customization, which I thought was really unique, was the parkour moveset. It seems like you can actually, customize the way your character parkours too, or level it up, which is really interesting. So it isn't the same stagnant, parkours from the beginning. It feels like you're actually learning as you play.
Exactly, and now more with the single player now. They've added a lot more to it. Unlike the other Assassin's Creeds, when you had to come down from a building, you either had to slowly descend your way using like ledges to hold on to, and you had to
or
drop
faithfully
down.
depend on a haystack and hope you don't break your leg.
Or that. And now they've actually added a descending mechanism. That way you actually use parkour
as fast
to
as
get
you
down.
go up. That's as fast as you come down, baby. If you know what I'm talking about.
Shut up. But it's a lot more fluent, and it looks better than you just drop into the ground.
It feels a lot smoother. Looking from the trailers, everything. It looks like it is a lot, faster pace, so it helps you like keep your momentum. You're doing, in that mansion, you're scaling up this building. There should be some things to, hey, you have to like climb down, or where's the nearest haystack, and sometimes it was kind of difficult locating the spots where the haystack are at. So that's a lot of help. You can just bam, just as fast as you go up, that's as fast as you can come down. And not only that, but you look cool while you're doing it.
Exactly. Now, the details they've added to the game are amazing.
Obviously, see this is the thing. This is where the new next gen life for games starts. It's about to be 2 Christmases at this gen's consoles. What are you doing? Stop it.
Seattle, man, Seattle.
This gen's consoles have been out, so that means people are gonna be able to have bigger chance of getting into these new gens. 2 Christmases, two freaking tax cycles. You get your taxes back. Why not get a PS4? Why not get an Xbox One? You know. So Assassin's Creed Unity is taking basically advantage of that and concentrating the game on maximizing these systems out. Just 1080p, 60 frames per second, only for Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Now, Unity will be exclusive for next gen consoles, but Ubisoft is releasing another Assassin's Creed. I can't quite remember the name off the top of my head. Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yeah, so you PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 owners won't be left behind. Don't worry, there will be an Assassin's Creed for you. Unfortunately, it will not be Unity.
Exactly. But I have heard they are keeping it with the main storyline with all the other Assassin's Creed, so you'll still be on the know whether you have next gen or not. But if you would like to play Unity, buy the next gen. It'll be completely worth it.
Alright, the next thing I want to come on and talk about is the time period. Now, Assassin's Creed Unity takes place, seems French Revolution time.
Yes.
It takes place in Paris, right?
Yes, Paris.
Paris.
Beautiful city.
Anyways, they've put a lot of detail in this game now. They've put a lot of work into detailing the inside of the buildings, which is usually like one of the most like slacked on task when developers make a game. They don't put this much detail inside of a building. It's just like all right, look at this box, but look at the outside. Look at how pretty it is. Which is actually really exciting. It's like you get to see these things inside. It makes you feel like you're in the time period, which is one thing Assassin's Creed has always done in every Assassin's Creed. What are you? Another thing I want to talk about is about cutscene interaction buttons. Now, this is something we've seen a lot in the games the last 10 years now. 5 years, been coming out a lot more and more and more and more, where it's a way to keep you hooked into the game. So you can't slack off in any second. You have to be immersed at all times, because bam, that cutscene button comes on and you gotta press it. You gotta react quickly enough. So that, I think, is like a smart way of them to keep everybody hooked.
But at the same time, it's not like the time thing. From what I've seen on the trailer, it just seems if you want to get more information out of who your assassinated target is, you can choose to assassinate him at that very moment that you see him, or you can wait till he keeps talking, and then when you have enough information of what you need, you can assassinate him then, which I like.
Yeah. And then the probably the biggest new thing they've revealed is the new way you can do assassination missions. Before, it used to basically, we're told, all right, you gotta stealth kill this person, you gotta follow him this far, and then assassinate him by himself, or fight these little guards and then kill him. You have to go through this door, and it used to be like a step-by-step direction. Instead, they give you basically like a box, and they tell you, all right, these are clues of ways to get into this, be able to get assassinate this
Just
person.
expanded the way
Yeah.
you can finish your mission by adding missions within that mission,
Yeah, so
so you can do more things.
so it feels like you're actually planning out the assassination instead of just following through a plan that's already been there. So you actually
Exactly.
feel like
And it gives
you're an
you
assassin.
it gives you a higher chance to play the way you want to, whether you want to be a little stealthier or just a little more brute, Rambo style, and go in there and kill everyone. So it really gives you a variety of ways to complete the task at hand.
Now, the next thing, and probably the final thing I want to talk about is the underground system that appears to be in the game now. I don't know if it'll just be a way to escape, out of the end of a mission, just find an underground route and escape from the underground of Paris, and that way you can make it out into the streets and melt in with the crowd. But I think it would be very interesting if you'd be able to actually explore the underground, randomly, not just within a mission. Like it's just like another part of town. You go underneath, and there's this whole separate set of missions underneath too. I feel like that would be a very interesting thing to do. It'd be very unique.
Now, final thing, stealth mode. They have added a stealth mode. You can it's more of like a Splinter Cell, Blacklist kind of stealth mode. When you enter stealth mode, it'll go to the nearest piece of cover, and you'll hide behind it. But you're not stuck to that cover. As soon as you make any movement, any slight movement, you will switch off to another point of. I was gonna get cut out.
Another point of cover. So basically, you get to be able to go from cover to cover quickly without having to all right, press A to remove from this wall, press A to get on this wall,
And it also gives you the agility, so you don't have to be really slow to be stealthy. You still have you still have some speed to get to where you have to while not being noticed, which is a good thing. I like the fact that they enjoyed stealth mode. I wish they had it earlier in the game, in the franchise, but the fact that they brought it in now is also good. Never better late than never.
Just come here weekly for weekly videos on anything ranging from gaming, movies. Who knows what's next? I don't know. Do you know?
Shut up. Subscribe. Cleared Nation out.
Cleared.